You want to leave work early so you can take advantage of all the advantages of not having to work, but there are a few things you need to know to make sure your retirement is enjoyable. Having enough money saved up to cover your costs through passive income is an alluring concept. This way you won't have to work and will have lots of free time to pursue your interests, which may include travel and socializing with loved ones. Is there anything superior than that? You may be shocked to hear, though, that an early retirement isn't what you had in mind. To ensure that you maximize the time you have worked so hard to get, be prepared. Money isn't a priority if you have enough to cover your expenses. Money will not be your primary concern for the first time in your adult life. A crucial aspect of retirement won't play as big a role in your journey after you stop working as it did when you were working full-time. In the years and decades leading up to retirement, your goal was to create a nest egg that would pay for your retirement. You may have made saving a habit. Once you retire, your focus will shift and will no longer be aimed toward amassing as much money as possible. Retiring simply means determining that you are okay with your finances leveling off and that you don't need any more money. It necessitates a big mental adjustment, going from attempting to accumulate wealth as fast as possible to withdrawing funds from your portfolio and not seeing the same growth. Your schedule won't be what you think. No one thinks they'll have trouble staying busy once they retire, but the realization that it's actually a challenge to stay occupied and engaged takes practice. Adapting might be difficult and will differ from person to person. Some people will never adjust to the schedule of a retiree and will eventually be driven back to work. There's nothing wrong with returning to the workplace if early retirement wasn't what you expected. Work entails attempting a new venture, such as starting a business, that you would not have had the time or resources to work on previously. It is far more pleasurable and less stressful when your future does not rely on its success. Be surprised if you retire and find yourself back in the workforce to some extent because of various reasons. You'll want your income to increase. You're not going to be happy if your income doesn't increase at least slightly every year after inflation adjustments. Early retirees' thrift and responsible spending practices frequently allow them to leave the workforce earlier than expected. One important skill that might lead to financial independence is the capacity to live within one's means and refrain from needless spending. Spending sensibly is important, but there's a fine line to walk, particularly when thinking about the long-term effects of an early retirement. While it may seem perfect, retiring in your 30s has its own set of difficulties. Making sure your purchasing power holds up well during your retirement years is one of the main worries. While it may sound alluring to take out the maximum amount permitted from your investment portfolio, doing so could compromise the possibility of compound interest growth that could continue for years to come. A mental adjustment is required when you go from building wealth to depending on your investments for revenue. Withdrawing money becomes a regular component of your financial strategy, necessitating careful planning to keep your quality of living comfortable without running out of money too soon. Retirement provides chances for indulgences and leisure pursuits that were previously restricted by work-related responsibilities. However, budgeting becomes even more important as a result of this additional flexibility. Retirement may mean lower prices for certain things, like commuting or outfitting for a professional job, but higher costs for other things, like hobbies, vacation, and home renovation projects. Furthermore, a lot of the time, early retirement means big changes to lifestyle, including social relations. Early retirees could find themselves creating new networks and friendships to fill the hole left by departing co-workers, as many of their contemporaries are still deeply ingrained in their employment. Developing a satisfying social life in retirement calls both initiative and a readiness to try out novel approaches to making connections. Making the choice to retire early is a serious decision. It requires strategic preparation, years of assiduous saving, and a sober assessment of the difficulties that lie ahead. While early retirement can provide unmatched freedom and fulfillment for individuals who are ready, those who don't plan ahead may end up disappointed by unfulfilled dreams and financial hardships. To put it simply, attaining a successful early retirement calls for a comprehensive strategy that strikes a balance between financial caution, lifestyle concerns, and social readiness. Early retirees can make sure that their newfound freedom is both enduring and immensely fulfilling by properly handling these obstacles. Redefining success, reevaluating goals, and adopting a more purposeful lifestyle are all common steps in this process. It's about developing a feeling of purpose that goes beyond material prosperity and discovering fulfillment outside the boundaries of regular work. Early retirees need to develop resilience in the face of uncertainty, be ready to adjust to unforeseen events, and efficiently manage risks. Early retirees may find that when they set out on this path, their definition of success changes, moving from accumulating riches to pursuing experiences that improve their quality of life and well-being in general. This could entail devoting time and funds to interests and values-aligned pastimes, trips, learning, or charitable pursuits. Additionally, an early retirement presents a chance to strengthen bonds with family members and cultivate significant relationships through various means, including as volunteering in the community, spending more time with friends and family, or participating in mentorship programs. Early retirees can utilize their newly acquired independence to strengthen relationships and have a beneficial influence on others around them. On the other hand, successful early retirement demands meticulous preparation and conscientious implementation. A thorough financial plan that takes into consideration costs, sources of income, investment options, and any hazards must be made. This could entail looking into various investment choices, speaking with financial consultants, and regularly reviewing and modifying the strategy in light of evolving circumstances. Early retirees also need to have a resilient and adaptive attitude in order to deal with the unforeseen obstacles and uncertainties that they will inevitably face. This could involve unforeseen costs, shifts in the stock market, or adjustments to one's personal situation or state of health. Early retirees can better withstand storms and stay on course toward their long-term goals by continuing to take a proactive and adaptable attitude. In the end, early retirement signifies a significant change in viewpoint, a break from the conventional understanding of retirement as merely hitting a specific age or financial benchmark. Rather, it's a path towards designing a life that profoundly aligns with one's goals and principles, regaining control over one's life and accepting the ability to live it how one pleases are the fundamental goals of early retirement. It's a chance to escape the confines of traditional work and investigate fresh paths to fulfillment and introspection. Early retirees have the freedom to choose their own path and mold their own destiny, whether it is by pursuing lifelong passions, going on adventures, or taking up important activities. Early retirement also gives people the time and space to develop the connections and relationships that really matter. Early retirees can make investments in the rich tapestry of human connection that enhances their lives and the lives of people around them, whether it's by establishing new friendships, deepening existing ones, or volunteering in the community. Thank you for taking the time to explore the transformative journey of early retirement with us. If you found this discussion insightful and inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content with your friends, family, and colleagues. By spreading the word, you're helping others discover the possibilities of financial independence and living a life aligned with their values and aspirations. Together, let's empower more individuals to embark on their own path to early retirement and embrace a future filled with purpose, passion, and possibility.